The newspapers. Nick Rushworth is with me here on set for that. He's going to start with the UK papers. Nick, there's a new Prime Minister.
Indeed. Let's go straight away to not one of the British papers, but quite a lot of them, actually. A grid of several front pages where we see the reaction. Lots of purple there splashing about.
Yes.
Let's go with Metro in the bottom left, right-hand corner there, saying, Liz, I will deliver. Liz Truss there, a quote from her, I will deliver. In the middle, we've got the Daily Express, which just loves the Tory party, and also Liz Truss saying, put faith in her to deliver for Britain. And the Times on the left corner at the bottom there, straight to business. She's going to knuckle down and get on with this energy crisis thing, isn't she, according to the Times? So that's the look at some of the front pages in the UK.
You've also found, picked out for us a couple of papers that do not like the current
Well, I
state
thought
of
that
play.
just for a bit of balance.
Yes.
Let's go to the Daily Mirror, which says, of course, Daily Mirror very strongly in favour of the Labour Party. And it says, for 12 years, the Conservative PMs, Cameron, May and Johnson, have wrecked the UK economy. They've trashed public services and left millions worse off. And now we've got another one, Liz Truss. Let's go to there. You can see same old Tories. And another tabloid, the Daily Star, is looking at Boris Johnson on his way out, saying this is the end of an era. It was a bizarre 1,139-day dream. Let's hope this one does a bit better. And of course, we see plenty of grimaces of Boris the clown and Boris the Prime Minister for more than 3 years. Incredible.
After all that, perhaps we could do with a little bit more of a sober analysis. So Nick has looked for us. None of the British press. This is from the foreign press reaction. You had to go through for this, didn't you?
Well, you can't get more sober than the La Croix, which is the Catholic daily here in France. And it's headlining on the front page of not that purple dress, but another look from Liz Truss, very much like Margaret Thatcher. And its headline is, this is the new Iron Lady. And it describes her as très radicale, very radical. I couldn't quite work out what that meant, but it points out that what we've got here is a new leader who is taking over in the UK at a time of double-digit inflation, a wave of industrial action, an energy price shock. Hey, wham bam, isn't that exactly like the 1970s in Britain? A crisis decade when, in 1979, Margaret Thatcher came to power. I found another article, this time in the Swiss press, the front page of Le Temps, and it has an editorial saying, now, Liz Truss is not the Thatcher you think she is. It argues that Truss, unlike Thatcher, is flexible, and it seems to admire the fact that Truss, once she became a minister, actually supported Brexit, even though she was opposed to it personally. And it says that she's showing flexibility now by saying, yes, I'll deal with the energy price crisis ahead of tax cuts. So a thumbs up there from Switzerland.
OK, so let's stick with the energy crisis for this next one. Some of the world papers reporting on the Kremlin's latest demand. This is regarding its energy exports.
Well, this is in the FT. This is the Kremlin's latest threat that Russia's gas supplies to Europe will not resume until the collective West, that collective West in quotes there, lifts all sanctions against Moscow. European leaders have, as we've been hearing, are accusing Putin of weaponizing energy exports. And this paper says that what we've got now is the starkest demand yet on gas pipeline deliveries. Now, there's lots of stuff about the energy crisis, of course, but the story that stood out for me is a row in Italy. We've got actually the Nobel physics laureate, Giorgio Parisi, who has told Italians the secret is to turn your gas off when you're cooking your pasta. And so,
right.
Yes, exactly, furrowed brow there. And he reckons that all you need to do is place your pasta in a pan of boiling water,
right.
Bring it back to the boil, and then put a lid on.
OK.
Switch off the gas, keep the lid on,
Okay.
That's imperative.
I reckon he's right, actually.
Yeah, and he has some support, but it's a huge row in Italy. La Repubblica here saying the chef Antonello Colonna says, I am against the Nobel laureate Parisi. Your spaghetti will be too soft, it will be rubbery like that. I can't do this in my top restaurants. So the row is on. Just coming on set, I was looking at a Sardinian paper saying, this is how you do it, guys.
OK, it's all very, well, I mean, it might save energy, but you don't want rubbery pasta.
No. So the energy crisis, of course, is a huge concern. We're all thinking about how to find our own way, really, of dealing with those rising bills.
Yeah, let's hope they don't rise any further. Thank you very much, Nick Rushworth, there with the papers here on France 24.